The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network. Any questions or concerns about what is said should be directed to the show host, whose information will be provided upon request. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of... There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Let's Do This. You don't even know what goes on behind the scenes. But thank you all for joining us. We have a treat for you today. Today is all about money. Money. All about finances. We have some special guests over here. So what we're going to do is we're first going to start off with introduction with our wonderful contributing host. Who are you?
Hello. I am Minister Sonia. You might catch me in the morning. I do Facebook Live, inspirational word. It's called Morning Glory. I'm also on the Gospel Time Machine every single day at 10 a.m. You can get that on your phone while you're at work and you just need to hear a quick word from the Lord. Tune in to that. That's every day at 10 a.m. Also, my mother and I, we have an assisted living facility. We now have 4 locations and we are actually working on the 5th. We are in the process of building. Let me tell you something. When God gives you an assignment and you are obedient, He will make provisions every step of the way. And He just continues to enlarge our territory. So I'm excited. I love my seniors. I tell everybody I got 23 grandparents at this point. So it's just been a blessing. But that's who I am. I'm Morning Glory with Minister Sonia, and as always, excited to be here. And I love talking about money.
Yes. So you all know me. I'm Ladrine Peterson, CEO and founder of Let's Do It. So in a nutshell, what I do is I help to turn dreamers into doers. And I do it on 2 pathways. I do it from an HR aspect, so I'm a career strategist, and also business. I help people with their business plans and marketing strategies and so on and so forth. So, as I said, we have a show in store for you. So it's all about money. So we're going to be talking about the art of mastering your money. And over here, to my left, we have some wonderful panelists in the house. So they are a part of Sweatpants and Chill Retreat. So let me just give a plug about the retreat. So last year I was a speaker, and just the name of it, just the whole thing, you know how sometimes I like getting cute and dressed up, but sometimes you just want to relax and chill and get the information.
Yes.
That's what this retreat is all about. Awesome. We came up there in our sweats, our tennis shoes. Of course, my tennis shoes were blinged out, but nonetheless, that's how we came and that's how we did it. So you have a very comfortable environment where you can absorb so much information. And you already know Miss Natasha Briscoe, she is an event planner. Mm-hmm. So what she does is, of course, she rolls out the red carpet for everybody else. So what you think you want to get when you get it from her? That's right. So I mean, just the number of gifts she gave out, the number of presenters was there, the food, the everything that you can think of. So if you haven't already gotten your ticket, make sure you get it. All right. So who do we have here? So can you please introduce yourself and tell the people who you are?
Yes. Hi, my name is Sacagawea Fanning. I am an independent financial consultant. I started out my financial management career in the U.S. Air Force. Okay. Yes. And then transitioned to federal government, working in the intelligence agency, where I was also a Brookings Institute fellow for a year on Capitol Hill.
Nice.
Worked with a congresswoman there. Saw the rewrite of the tax law. Gave a little insight into what was going on with our country. So that was an eye-opener. And so I saw the need to educate and help others in our community know what's going on with the law and also know what's going on with money, because now is a crucial and critical time to know how to balance and budget your funds.
Yes.
Use it for you and your family. Protect your family in case something happens to you. You get sick, you can't work. We want to make sure you're not losing homes, losing cars, losing anything that you worked hard for in the first place.
Yes.
Also, retirement. The stock market right now is going crazy. People have worked 30, 40 years and seeing it go in an instant. I show people strategic blueprints to keep that money and let that money grow for them.
Awesome. So we're going to talk a little bit more. But of course, you know, it grabbed my attention. I do resumes. Okay. So when you talk about your contributions and you're learning about rewriting the tax law,
yes,
I hope you got a great portion of major accomplishments and highlights on your resume that indicates that. That's a great thing. That scope, all right, that's a different story. Sorry, y'all know how I get.
I won't take over.
I know how I get. Hello, beautiful.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here
Absolutely,
today. It's
my
a pleasure
pleasure
to be on this panel with you, Miss Fanning.
Yes.
I'm not gonna put
Miss Fanning.
I am Veronica Burnett, and I am the creator of Better Days Conference. And I know that does not sound like it's money, but with Better Days, what I do is reach out to people who have gone through traumatic life situations and are ready to start again. And so I bring together people who have the answer to the questions, the solution to the issues that they have. And so I feel like I'm a virtual resource. In addition to providing those conferences, I am a financial services specialist, and so I feel like most of the time when there are women who have gone through trauma, who've gone through divorce, who've lost a spouse, a lot of times they lose that other income and they're not able to bounce back. Sometimes you're just a single mom going on in life, and so you are living paycheck to paycheck or trying to figure out in between what's going on. And so I do help you find that money, and I help you know where it is and how to spend it and where it's coming from. Manage it, budget it, so that you can live a good life for yourself, and then make sure that you have preparations and things in place for your children. Just because you're single, just because you lost another income, it doesn't mean that you can't have a solid footing. Doesn't mean that you can't have financial peace and financial security. You absolutely can, and so that's what I do. I help you with that. Again, along with Ms. Fanning, I am a licensed insurance agent, and so I can help with insurances and help to educate our community and dispel all the misinformation that we received growing up. And some of us did not receive any information. We learned this along the road of hard knocks, like me. And so I just want to reach back and help someone else so that they don't have to struggle.
And it's so funny that you say that. Like, honestly, I just came back from a road trip and I was listening to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So one of her statements says, "It's funny how money changes situations." And that was like, it's funny how situations change money.
Yes.
So a lot of people go through various situations where they go from 2 incomes to 1. They go from a reduction in their salary, or they go from the progression of their family, or they go from retirement or needing to help out their parents. So many different things that we go through that impact it. So one of the things that you said, it kind of like put me in the mindset of shift. Like, how do you shift and how do you manage to make sure that these things happen? And we're actually going to be talking about that a little bit later today. We're going to be sharing some of our personal experiences. So that'll definitely be interesting. So sweatpants and chill.
All right.
Sweatpants. I like how that sounds, right? Sweatpants and chill. So tell us a little bit. Like, give us the title and tell us a little bit of what you're going to be sharing at the conference. A sneak peek, just a little bit, because you gotta buy your ticket to get all the good
meal.
You just gonna get a tidbit.
You about to get a snack. You about to get a portion of an appetizer, a petite plate.
Yes. So I was so honored and just blessed and humbled that Latasha asked me to be on the panel, because it's so many great people out here in our industry doing financial services. So with this, for me, I'm the budget boss, my label with my title. Like, and so I love to break it down to people. Like you were saying, Veronica, just to break it down to people, because people don't understand where their money is going. They always feel like they're stretching or they don't have enough. But when I break it down, I'm like, we're going to go over everything.
Yes.
We're going over everything coming in the house, everything going out the house, everything, cable bill, cell phone, what you're paying for, what income. So, because we need to understand, people won't understand where they are until they see it in black and white.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
And another huge hurdle is credit card debt. So we go through that. I see where people are, see what's in their savings, excuse me, see what's in retirement, and just see, okay, this is where you are. Where do you want to be in 3 to 5 years?
Exactly.
Then let's lay that blueprint, that strategic blueprint, and get you there, because so many times money is such a taboo subject still that people don't talk about it at the dinner table. We don't talk about it with our girlfriends. Because we're ashamed of, well, I'm really not where I would like to be. But you know something, that's okay. Put it out there, and let's see how we can get you to where you want to be.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I know we're doing media, but it's about to buy me a ticket.
Please do. I would love it. Love it. Yes.
Well, I'm going to give you a short tidbit of it.
Okay.
The topic that I have is mind your money. And I liken that to a toddler. Your money is like a toddler.
Okay.
You can put it aside. Your toddler is somewhat independent, and they can somewhat play on their own. But then when they get
I like
quiet,
Oh,
you start calling names, and you
trouble.
go look around the corner, and they've gotten into the lotion, the flour in the cabinet. They've gotten into everything, and they've made this huge mess that you have to go behind them and clean up. They've ruined your silk blouse, your suede boots, your sofa, and it takes a while to clean that up because you weren't paying attention to them. Your money is the same way.
Wow.
You can you can have it in the bank, you can have it wherever you want to go. You can be an entrepreneur, but if you're not paying attention to your money, what it's doing, if it's not working for you, if you have someone else who is managing your money and you're not paying attention to it, you can run into a huge fiasco. You can. And so that's all I'm going to say. But definitely mind your money. Because remember, it's like a toddler.
So definitely, you all have to make sure that you purchase your ticket to Sweatpants and Chill. And Latasha is online. Latasha, please drop the information, the link, and everything in the feed so that they can go ahead and get their tickets. So, any last minute bits and pieces or anything that you want to say to the people before you share your contact information?
well, the one quick thing I would like to share to people is a lot of times people don't go to a financial professional because they think they can't afford it. I offer free one-on-one analysis, financial analysis for all my clients.
Okay.
And then we see how we need to set you up, because to me, I think that's the hurdle I want to keep people over. So a free financial analysis, let's sit down, it's confidential, one-on-one, and let's just see how we can get you on the right road, get you right on the right financial foundation.
Yes.
That's what I want to do for people.
And when
That's
you
awesome.
said they
Yes.
think that they can't afford it, you can't afford not to.
Thank you.
So provide
Thank
them
you.
your contact information.
Awesome. So I am Sacagawea Fanning. My cell phone is 706-717-9590. I'm also going to type it in too.
Yeah,
But once again, 706-717-9590. That's my phone is on me 24/7. I'm always answering. Text me, message, call. I want to get in contact with people and help people now.
She's serious. I feel it. I feel it right here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so my last thing, what I'd like to say, it is never too late to start. You can start right where you are, no matter your situation. Just start. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't wait till you've already fallen off the cliff and that thread is, ask someone for help. You have myself, you have Miss Fanning here.
Yes.
You can reach out to us. My phone number is
Let me put it in.
240-682 3993, or you can send an email at info@veronicaburnett.com.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us on the set I'm looking forward and can't wait to this second edition of the Sweatpants and Chill. I already got my gear together. I already got my tennis shoes a blinging.
I'm gonna have to step it up.
Check my pictures from last year. I come in a blinging.
Yes.
And again, so this is just first of several. We are going to be having Sweatpants and Chill take over.
Yes.
You'll get to see a tidbit of a little bit of everybody. And if you haven't already seen, they got some big ticket names on the ticket. So you want to make sure that you're in the house. It's full. When I tell you full, before you even eat.
Correct.
You're going to be full. Yes. You're going to be full. So we're going to go to commercial. If you ladies are able to stick around, you're more than welcome to do so. We're going to go to commercial. We're going to bring on our co-host, Katrina Martin, and we're going to dive into some of the other conversations. So we'll be right back.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network. Any questions or concerns about what is said should be directed to the show host, whose information will be provided upon request. The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network. Any questions or concerns about what is said should be directed to the show host, whose information will be provided upon request.
Let's Do This radio talk show. Advertisement and sponsorship opportunity. If you have a service, product, event, or initiative that you would like to promote, connect with us at Let's Do This. We are offering various sponsorships. We also have opportunities for 60-second ads and 10-minute takeover segments. Of course, this is in addition to our VIP guests. So check out our website, www.letsdothisradiotalkshow.com for more information.
She said, "That's my mom."
Here you go. So welcome back. So as you see, we have an addition right here. So and the ladies have stayed with us, so that's going to be great. And Shanae will be joining us momentarily. So ladies, we're going to let Trina introduce herself, and then we'll pick up with our weekend. Okay. So tell us who you are.
I apologize. Okay.
With the little dripping of the rain, she coming in here with a burst of sunshine.
I had the burst of
looking all beautiful and linking up your head.
And I'll give you all a hint why I chose to wear this yellow dress
today. Sunshine.
Okay, so I'm Katrina Martin with the Global Next Gen Event Space. We're located in Clinton, Maryland. We're Clinton's best kept secret.
Not a secret
anymore. Not a secret anymore, as Dream say. Awesome. You pretty much can host your events there. Like you ladies came down on the panel today. Mm-hmm. You all can have panelist events, book signings. You can also have engagement parties. Awesome. Yeah, baby showers. So the event space is picking up with a lot of different type of events, and it's giving me an idea to expand to do better and more things there. So look us up, globalnextgen.com.
So ladies, what did you do this weekend?
Did we pick back up from last weekend or what? Like I said, the 69 babies have been showing out this year. Mm-hmm. So it's like back to back. We've been partying, we've been celebrating. So we decided to still step out and do the summer breeze thing, which I didn't notice till I got on Facebook who all was there that I didn't see. Because I kind of like stayed in the same little area. I didn't make it up to the top level.
But it was so many. All I kept looking at is so
It was a lot of people. And for you to feel the national stadium of an event, that shows you're doing something very successful, and good crowd, good vibes, and of course that familiar faces.
Oh, don't
I
call
didn't
me
know,
dancing.
you know, it's familiar faces. Of
Frank
course,
Hard.
they did a really good job. They took us way back. I'm not sure if you all are go heads, go. You know, me and Dream, we grew up in the trenches, though. So when we hear that, you know,
Go.
Yes.
I'm from the South.
oh, so you from the South, okay?
Just hang
And I'm
out
not
with us
sure
one
about the
day.
ladies. So go-go is just a thing that's a native of Washingtonian, and that's just something. It just brings us back to our youth. It makes you feel like, wow, remember your teens, your 20s, that good carefree days, and the sounds were really good. But other than that, I mean, you know, hanging out with Dream, I think Sunday was pretty much a quiet day. I needed the quiet day, so
So I didn't even like slow down. I'm fresh from the beach. I think I've been back from the beach like 2 hours. Like seriously. So the beach was wonderful. Very relaxing, although I got some work done too. Everything was just really, really, really nice. And for my job, everything is going well. We have a lot of things going on. So I've had a very productive, exciting, and amazing week.
Okay.
So my weekend was awesome. This was the weekend we decided to celebrate my husband's birthday. And I recently moved to Tacoma Park. So like I said earlier, my mom and I, we have group homes. So we have assisted living facilities. So the very first one that I bought back in 2000, it's a great big house in Tacoma Park. And usually the upstairs apartment is slated for like the management team. So when my manager quit unexpectedly, I told my husband, we need to renovate that space, move to Montgomery County. It's closer to my job, closer to your job, Montgomery County school system. I like it for my girls, and I'm telling you, it has been a blessing. So we had like an open house / husband's birthday cookout type deal. And let me tell you, I had over 60 people to come through. And I mean, it was so awesome. The food was good. Everybody showed up. My brother, my sister, my cousins, my aunts. But you know what was really sweet? All of my neighbors came. All of my neighbors. And they came and they brought dishes and they just fit right in, you know. And I mean, you know, sometimes when you have, you know, mostly African American people, you have Caucasian people like, oh, maybe not, but they came and they enjoyed, and I mean, we just had a really good time.
That's what's
And, you know, and the good thing was, like, I have a whole new staff now, and I mean, you know, so I invited like the family members of my residents to come meet the new staff, see the new place, because since I've been there, it's just we've tried to revamp it and just sort of give it a house like a uplift, you know, like a facelift, you know. So it really looks good, and I'm excited. And I just want to have you ladies over. Just come over. We're gonna sit by the koi pond and just enjoy.
So that is great. So ladies, that's what we do. We tell everybody how our weekends go. So we're gonna dive into discussion, and you all who are online, please, any questions that you have, we have experts on the panel, well, on the set with us. So please ask them any questions that you may have. So one of the things I want to kick you into, the whole art of mastering money, the whole. So right now, and I shared a post with that. Right now, we're in September, right? And we know for the summertime, we choose these lavish vacations. We have cookouts. We have parties. We do entertainment. We also know that it's the time where you go school shopping. You get the little ones ready for school. Tuition for the big ones. So many things happen during this time. So a lot of times in September, people kind of like feel like they're in a funk with their finances because you go to, you know, spending a lot, and I put your money start looking funny and your change start looking a little strange. So what feedback or comments or techniques do you all have to offer for anyone in that situation?
I'm gonna let Veronica go.
Okay. Well, since I have a 6-year-old, I don't shop during the regular school season. I shop at the end of summer, and I get all of her clothes for the following year, so that way I don't have to spend a lot for summer clothes. That's number one. I shop the clearance rack, and we were just talking today, one of the stores has a clear the rack, so you go in and you can get an extra percentage off of their their clearance rack.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We were just talking about
that.
that. And then the other thing, at her school, she goes to a private school. I take advantage of the sale that they have there. So there are students and parents who bring back their old uniforms, and you can buy them for a fraction of what you would spend in the regular stores. And so I can find a $40 jumper for her for $5, and they look really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, you may have a few peels on it. Take a razor and go over that that jumper or sweater, and you have something that looks almost brand new.
Wow.
So those are some of the things that I do for her. Even now, I've bought boots for the winter because they were on clearance. Some of them were new. They're new brands and new models, and so you take advantage of these sales. Take advantage of in-store delivery. All of those in-store pickup. Take advantage of all of that. But definitely make sure that you are putting aside money throughout the school year. You don't have to put aside $100 every pay period, but if you can put aside maybe $20 every month or $25 every month, by the time the summertime rolls around, you can get things that are on sale. The clearance that's on sale. I'm sorry, I shop clearance because my child grows like a weed, and there's another parent, and the other thing, you can't be ashamed of hand-me-downs.
Right.
You just never, ever know. Like, my daughter runs through her shoes quickly because she grows so quickly. Her tops, she outgrows them, her dresses. So I pass them on. You can't be ashamed to take that. I mean, you can have a lot of money and have a great income, but why not save some money?
Exactly.
Right.
And what you said is key as far as giving away, because I've noticed it seems like whenever I, go through my daughters, because I have a 11-year-old and a 14-year-old. And I still, to this day, go through their clothes, and I'm giving stuff away to people at church. People, there was a family, I think, that was suffering from, they had a fire. So one of my staff members, she came in and she said, I'm collecting things for the family. If you have anything, I said, I'll be right back. I came downstairs with like 2 trash bags to give her. And I kid you not, within that same week, one of my girlfriends said, I have a bag of clothes for your daughter. And I did. I posted it on Facebook because, this particular friend, we call her the rich friend. She don't like that nickname, but that's what we call her. But half of those clothes had tags on it. Wow. Not that it would have mattered, but I'm just saying that the blessing is you give and it will come back to you.
Yes, it will.
And like you said, it doesn't matter if you have it or don't have it. Always look for opportunity to save. Because one thing my husband has taught me, because I'm a spender, I love to shop. Now, I will do like you. I'll go straight to the clearance, but I go to the clearance often. So my husband is like, look. So my husband, and my husband is like, look, we got it right now, but what about that rainy day?
Exactly.
So, I love the fact that we really balance one another out, because he wouldn't spend a thing, you know what I'm saying? But I spend a lot, but we balance each other out. So just because you have it, you don't have to spend it. That's all I was going to say.
And take it from exactly the point that you said. Your husband makes a very good point when he talks about you having it now, but you don't know what the future holds. Let's talk about, like, today we're at September the 12th. October 1st is right around the corner. And so all previously before, we didn't really hear too much about the federal government possibility of shutdown.
Correct.
Started hearing it yesterday. I started hearing it.
Back to that.
Not getting all into politics, but he's a little bit mad right now. So, he acts according to his feelings. So who knows what may happen. But I hope that everyone learned from the experience that we just went through from December all the way into the earlier part of this year.
Correct.
Like that was a major
history.
It sure was, and a major impact. And one of you talked about being sure that you don't operate in a paycheck to paycheck situation, because you will find yourself like all disheveled of really thinking about what you're gonna do. Because for real, you think about and I didn't realize that it was to the volume that it was of people living paycheck to paycheck. And people begin to have that open dialogue and discussion about it, and it really made me step back and reflect and think about some things a little bit, because it got serious real fast.
It did, and I noticed that, and some people did pay attention, because Ada, she made a point that shutdown made her a point
Yeah.
to start doing
Yep.
the real estate.
Yep.
And she took the classes.
Yep.
I mean, I see her posting.
Yep.
She's doing phenomenal
Yeah.
at it.
Right.
And it just, it woke her up.
Yeah.
And so hopefully a lot of people did, because that was a long shutdown. I'm not working, but I... through my times of working, I don't even recall it being that long of a shutdown.
That was the longest that it had ever been.
And remember that the two sisters started their cheesecake.
Yes.
Yes.
I tasted those
Because
So,
there's
yeah.
a lot of the
Yeah.
entrepreneur,
Exactly.
desires and the ability came out in people.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
because
yeah.
people were literally going to food banks during the shutdown.
Yeah.
So to me,
Humbled
I
a lot of
wanted people to see, now you got to really start making sure that paycheck, because we're human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to have nice things.
Right.
We want to go out and go to movies and
Yes.
enjoy life. But sometimes you got to make sure you carve a little away because of that rainy day.
That rainy
day.
Because that
Yeah.
rainy day could be a storm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you want to make sure you have that protection.
And so, great point that you said in terms of entrepreneur. So, I am a career strategist, career coaching. So, but one of the things that I always find in my relationships when I'm talking about a resume, helping somebody apply for a job, because I don't think that everybody is necessarily time to go 100% full-fledged into. Some people, yes, talk to God. I'm not the one to tell you that. But with that whole aspect of it, things happen where it brings out your gifts and your talents.
Yes.
So I always
what I
talk about purpose and gifts and talents that everyone has. So in my latest chapter that I wrote in Cheryl Wood's book, Entrepreneur Elevation, I wrote about aligning your 9 to 5 with your side hustle. So it goes into the point of we shouldn't wait for a shutdown to do that. Everybody know they have skills and talents. Like,
Monetize
why
it.
are you?
Yeah.
Why are you not charging for these things? Why are you not making money for? I get it. You like doing it. You entertain doing it. You have fun doing it. But why would you not set a fee to it and make sure that you get paid so that balancing your rainy days or whatever you have, like you have an income? And I'm not bragging or saying this to boast, but when the shutdown came, I was like, ooh, I need this little break. It helped me do it to get everything going on. I was able to catch up on my resumes that I needed to get out. But I had income coming in from that standpoint of it. So I didn't do the thing where I stopped my bills because they're on auto pay. But I thank God for that, and it's because of me starting my side hustle. So don't sleep on your gifts and your talent, and making sure that you utilize them to add into your money pocket of funding. Because my do it is what pays for my entertainment and everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And one thing that you said about entrepreneurship, and having do it on the side, a lot of times we're thinking that one job is enough. And I know we've all heard have multiple streams of income, but it is not serious until you really need that other stream of income. And so what are you going to do when that shutdown happens again? Then you have to start up. If you already know that you have it in you, you already playing with it on the side as a hobby, turn it into a business and monetize off of it now, because you can put that aside in your savings.
Yes.
You can put that money aside into your rainy day fund. You can put that aside into your children's college tuition. Anything, whatever goal you have, use that money from your side hustle, one stream of income to fund this, another stream of income to fund that. But don't wait until you are in dire straits.
Exactly.
Because that second stream may not be enough to pay your mortgage. It may not be enough to pay the school tuition or your car note or your doctor's bills. Start now.
You got to be proactive.
You do.
You got to be proactive.
Let me tell you, when I went to Florida to visit some friends, and when I went into her house, I was just amazed. Like, it looked so good. I'm kidding. I'm like something out of a magazine. And I told her, I said, this is your gift. This is you're passionate about it. You're good at it. You know how to do this thing on a budget. And I immediately told her, I'm going to hire you. I flew her here from Florida. I told her, I'm going to pay you to do my house. When I tell you guys, I love what she did. And I told her, I said, she didn't even have an Instagram. I said, first of all, come up with your name.
Come up with your
Get
name.
on Instagram. You do these before pictures, these after pictures, and you watch. People will call you. Now you have another job, but imagine how this can really open doors for you. I tell people all the time, it only takes one celebrity client to put your name on the map. And so, and I mean, when I say I walk into my house now and I just love what she did to the living room, to the bathroom, to the kitchen. All my friends was like, this looks good, especially if you saw it before my husband renovated. So I say all that to say, recognize your gifts. You know, I say it all the time. I personally believe that God loves me so much that he'll do a whole shutdown just to get me where I need to be. So if maybe, just maybe, there was a lot of things that needed to be birthed in people. You know, we always looking at the bad side of the shutdown. Now, I got to admit, I still got paid. I work for the VA, so it's funded. But how am I going to be okay when I'm looking at my family and friends struggling? So I was constantly hitting people up on their PayPal, helping people out because I'm a giver. I believe in giving because it comes back every single time. But what I say all that to say, recognize your gifts. And like Dream said, learn how to, you know, it's a way that you can, what I'm good at, I should be doing it over here too. You know, I shouldn't go to work and do my 9 to 5 and be miserable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love what I do. You know, I work for the government too, but I love what I do now. I couldn't always say that. You know, I made a drastic change from statistics to HR. And people like, how did you do that? I said, you know what I tell them? God did it. God did it. Because I ain't take no classes. All I know is they said, come in for an interview. I went on the interview. They gave me the job. And just like that, they changed my the series, my position. Just like that. And I don't take it lightly. I thank God because now I'm in a position to help people. You talk about resume writing. I can't begin to tell you how many people resumes I fixed. How many times because I'm incorporating what I love into helping people. And God will just, I'm telling you, he will turn that thing around so quick. You'll be like, dang, I didn't know I could get paid for this. You know?
And it goes back into like what we talked about last week, where we talked about your gifts. Like your gifts are not for you. Yeah, you know how to do that, but your gifts are for other people. And stop withholding them because you have your one gift to give out, but the millions of people that are around you, their gift is to pour into you.
I'll say that I want to thank God for giving me the vision of the event space. And I say that because the vision of the event space came about 3 to 4 years ago when I started having health problems, medical, you know, my health started going down. So the event space was birthing while I was still working. But once I retired out on disability, the event space spoke for itself. So I no longer had to, you know, go through the beginning stage of it. It had already set its stage. So I just thank God I listened and I went on. I was obedient and I opened up that business and exactly what you all said. That side hustle turned into, I mean, because I didn't think about it as being to the magnitude that it is now. I was like, okay, this is a side hustle. Let's see how it worked out. But it worked out, and like you said, the income that comes in, and now with my situation, I can't focus on, well, dang, I don't still have this, I don't still have that. I mean, I still balance my money because I have to do that. But so that's very important. That side hustle, just tap into whatever God has for you and give it a try. You know.
Even deeper than that for you. So I know, like, in terms of your situation of retirement, and that's your income or however you have it, in addition to what you have. But when we talking about gift, so your whole gift, so I've known Trina for 36 years. We keep trying to do the calculations, 36, 37. And she has always been a giver or that kind, open person that you go and talk to. Your center is no different. So many times people come to you, they don't have enough money, they don't have the money for the down payment or whatever it is, but they have an event that needs to get out, that they need to share because the information is great. And not everybody has a heart like you, and not everybody has the ability to do that. So you know how many people you done counseled and talked to and blessed throughout that. So God gives you that whole platform to deliver His gift and to highlight Him, and so it's all for His glory. But you see how all things work together.
Yes. And you know what? You said something so important. Lately I've been preaching on obedience, and that's the key, you know, because a lot of us have this thing on the inside, and you like, you know, something is telling me to do this, something, but listen to that something. Listen to the Holy Spirit, because I tell you all the time, the Holy Spirit is a gentleman. It's not going to force you to go to the left or to the right. It's just going to give you a little nudging. I think you should do such and such. I think you should do that. And once, but the thing is, once we line up and listen, I want to be in the perfect will of God for my life. I want to be smack dab in the middle of where He wants me to be. I don't want to be in the vicinity. I don't want to be close by. I want to be right where He wants me to be, because then I'm telling you, God will open every door. He will make sure that you meet the right people. Next thing you know, you're going to be on Let's Do It every Thursday with this awesome lady right here. You see what I'm saying? Like, I thank God, because as soon as I began to be obedient, He opened doors. And I say that to say to somebody, whatever it is that's on the inside of you, begin to birth that thing. Step out on faith. Know that God has got you. If He gave it to you, He's going to make provisions every step of the way.
And that's why we got Minister Sonia over here with us. And I know you wanted to say something. Hold that, because I gotta give a shout out to all the beautiful people who are online. So shout out to Allison, Obedience, of course.
Allison.
Shout out to Pam. I got a whole story. I need to stop doing pro bono. I got a whole story about Pam of my launch. My launch was amazing, and Pam did it. Pam did it.
And Pam is the one I was trying to connect with you, babe.
Oh, okay.
We got Ida jumped on. That's right, Ida.
I gave you a shout out.
Everything. We got Linda D. Neos. I might have messed up your name. Donnice, hey.
Randy.
Regina Wynn, Hayes. Cynthia Pelham, she does bracelets. So we got everybody.
We got some
here.
side hustlers
Natasha
on here.
Briscoe. So y'all know what we're talking about. And our number one fan, our honorary co-host, Cassandra Lewis, is on there, who just started her catering business. And the event that I'm speaking at on September the 21st, guess who's the caterer?
Oh,
Cassandra.
That's what's
so
up.
that's how all
that
these
networking.
side hustles like incorporate your information and share.
And we got
let me let her talk. You do that's how we do. You play double dutch. You got to jump in. But you're a guest. We're gonna let you go.
So what I want to say is a personal testimony, because I mean that is what made me want to go out on being an independent financial consultant, because I did financial management all my life for the government, working for other people, working hard, and I'm like, let's educate people. We got to educate people. I became obedient, and when I did that, doors open, making the income to replace the income I left. So it's like, you have to do that. You got to make sure you feel, and you can't always listen to the people around you.
Oh my goodness.
That is one key
silence.
thing. A lot of people, because they are still walking in fear, will want you to continue to walk in fear with them. So sometimes you got to break out and break out of that comfort and be a little uncomfortable to find that gift.
And know yourself. Know yourself, because if you are like not a hard worker, not a grinder, then just be careful. I'm just gonna say that. So mind you, and everything that you see somebody else doing is not for you. So make sure that you're walking your path and not trying to be walking in the shadows of somebody else.
And okay, so what you said is perfect. Don't listen to everybody. I say, you can tell I grew up in church, so don't listen to the naysayers. You have got to know the voice of God, and when God is speaking to you, then you act on it, and you don't look at what's around you, because see, God wants us to be obedient. That's where faith steps in. If we see it, then you don't have to have any faith to believe it. But if you can't see, and you like, all I know is God is saying do X, Y, and Z, and all I know is I serve a God who's bigger and better, and as long as I do what He's calling me to do, He got my back. The word says that greater is He that is within me than he that is in the world. Anything that I face, He's going to fix it. So I'm just going to be obedient to Him. I tell people all the time, if God says to do it, I just got to do it.
Hey, what's the name of my business?
Do it.
I'm telling you, say this.
Go ahead.
Like, and there could be people on the line, I don't know, chime in. A lot of times people don't know how to hear from God. They don't know when to hear from God. And I was listening to the one of the sermons earlier today, and the pastor was saying that sometimes you just have to be quiet.
Yes. Be still.
Be still. If that means to be away from the partying, be away from your friends, the different events going on. Sometimes it may take a day, a month, a year. And just be still. It's going to come. When God starts speaking to you, it's going to come.
And let me tell you about hearing the voice of God, because I love Pastor Jenkins from First Baptist Church of Glen Arden. He has a whole series on knowing the voice of God. And I remember I was faced with a situation where I was dating this guy, and I didn't want him. Honestly, I did not want this man. But everybody wanted me to want him. My family liked him. My pastor liked him. Everybody wanted me to like him. But I knew that God was saying no. So when I went to a class, and one of the things that they taught us was to do what's called a fleece. So there's so many different ways you can hear from God. Sometimes it's just a still small voice. It's just a knowing, a thought that you didn't have before that you have now. Sometimes God will speak to you in the sense that every time you turn on the TV, you hear the same thing. You turn on the radio, you hear the same thing. You go out and then you see signs and different things. And it's that same message. Sometimes you go to church and you feel like, now who done told the pastor all my business?
The confirmation again.
That's God speaking to you. But I promise you this, if you go to church and you feel like the pastor's speaking to you, it's 8 other people that's feeling the same thing. Because that's how God's word is. It will touch you right where you're at. But let me tell you about a fleece. A fleece is something that you do, and it's only you and God. You can't tell a soul. And you just have to say, and for me, I said, okay, God, if you want me to marry this man, I will. I don't want him, but I'll marry him because I know you'll fix it. I said, but on Friday, if I meet somebody on Friday, then I know I don't have to marry him. So that was my fleece. If I meet somebody on Friday, then I don't have to marry. You can make up your own. You can say, God, if it rain and hail on next Tuesday, then I know. It's got to be something specific.
You said it be made.
But don't tell anybody. It's just between you and God. Let me tell you, that Friday I dropped my daughter off at the soccer team on her soccer practice, and I got a Facebook message from this guy. He said, we met before, but I wanted to introduce myself. We worked together at the Census Bureau. I seen you in the hallway. I don't even remember the rest after that. I got so excited because I ain't said I had to meet him in person. I said I needed to meet somebody. That counted. I let that man go. And I kid you not, me and my husband got together like 3 weeks later. And it was so fast. My husband proposed after we dated for 3 weeks, because we dated 20 years ago. He proposed after 3 weeks. It happened so fast when this young man called me and said, I'm bringing my mom to church. And I said, well, I got something to tell you. I'm engaged. He was like, no, you're not.
Oh, you got a testimony.
I said, no, I really am. And let me tell you, I've been married for 4 years.
Awesome.
I have the best husband in the whole world. Ask any of my friends. They'll tell you, Chico is the man. I just say all that to say there's so many ways that we can hear from God. Do your research, study, and understand that when he's speaking to you, it's not going to be like something over the loudspeaker. I don't know what you expect.
It's going to be real subtle.
It's going to be subtle, but you're going to know it's him because it's going to connect with your spirit.
So the time flies.
I know.
We have to do girls' tea, but I know that everybody has a testimony in terms of their relationship with God. And mine, I'll do mine in a nutshell. Y'all know I could be very long-winded, but but like for me, everybody knows that I'm a strategist. I'm very analytical. Been that way since I was small. But for me, it was kind of like challenging, because I'll be like, God, that doesn't make sense, because 1 + 1 = 2. Now, how am I carry that and make that 4? And God was like, sit still, be obedient. So now he started showing me things. So when things don't seem like there's a way to it, I'll be like, all right, God, what you got? What you got?
Yeah.
And he shows you like supernatural things that you will be like, how can that equal that? Like, let me see you work, and God will show you. Every morning I wake up like, God, after I finish my meditation, what we gonna do amazing today? So when you see my comments of like, have an amazing day, that's what I mean. I mean that.
Yes.
What do we have for girls' team?
I had a lot, but I mean, we only got 8 minutes.
Okay.
Y'all want a juicy one?
Oh yes.
Okay.
We want a good one.
Now, since you mentioned that about the testimony about you and your husband, I'm gonna go with the juicy one.
Okay.
So
I need my juice.
Can you love someone and not be in love and still marry them?
No.
I would.
Not me.
I could.
Not me. Because
Because-
that will lead to problems. If you are not in love, like I love all y'all. I ain't in love.
right,
I might be in love with you a little bit, but not from no homo like in love. But that is a serious part of relationship and everything. When you love somebody, in love with somebody, it's like a whole different it's different levels of love, different types of love. Like we can go to Corinthians, but I don't think that you should marry anybody if you're not in love with them.
So you saying you have to be in. So when you
My
met your husband,
opinion.
you was
Oh,
in
yes,
love. Okay.
yes.
How about you, Sonya? Because you said you was about to walk down the aisle because everybody wanted you to marry this man.
Exactly, and I cared about him because he was a good dude, and I was a single mom for 10 years,
Right.
And I really wanted my daughters to have a father. I grew up in a 2-parent household, and I had my babies out of wedlock, and I was not in love with that man.
So
I did not want to be miserable. I think that would
I'm
be
talking
a
about with
miserable.
your husband
With my husband
that you
now?
married.
Oh yes, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
What's your thought?
My thoughts, I would have to be in love.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about yours?
Yeah, I would have to be.
What
because
about
I
you,
was,
Trina?
Look, because I was in a situation where I thought I was in love, but I was in a point where I just wanted to be in a relationship.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So
Trying to
it was,
force it.
And you gotta be careful.
Yes.
Like
That's what I said.
real
You gotta
talk.
be careful.
You gotta balance it. A challenge can be balancing between being in love and being in lust.
Yes.
Like you have
Don't
to
wanna
make
be
sure that
lonely.
you're.
Don't wanna have
Well, I'll say this now. For me, my answer is I was in love with my husband.
Yeah.
I was in love with my husband, but I will say from being transparent and hearing different situations, circumstances that's going on in people's lives, there are people that marry for money, that marry for
Business
stability,
relationship.
that marry for business relationships, that marry just to have that 2-parent household.
Right.
So it's real, and it happens, and you can't. I mean, you can't really look side-eyed.
No.
You can't be side-eyed. No judgment. Because I've heard the word potential to fall in love. Like
You can fall out of love too.
What if it doesn't happen?
Right.
Yeah, if it doesn't, I don't know. If it doesn't, luckily, I mean, I was able to marry a man I was in love with. But there are
got
women,
kids now,
and I don't know who's all been married once, twice.
I've been married once. When I got married, I was very much in love with my husband. I fell out of love with him. We stayed together like a period of time, and that period of time, it was unhappiness and unfair to both of us.
Right.
So, being together when you're not in love,
It's not
is
good.
not the
It's not
same.
good. Okay.
It's not.
So
Next.
the next one. Okay.
What else you got?
So the next one is a little more serious. Is there anything or any area in your life that you feel that needs time or attention?
Oh yes. For me, because like you were saying, I'm a hustler. So I'm always hustling, doing stuff. So I need to give more attention to like family and friends. That's something I do because people are leaving this earth left and right.
Yes.
So it's like I want to make sure that I'm spending the time that with the people who are supporting and loving me, and they understand how much that means to me. So to me, that would be the one. It's those
one
personal relationships.
Wow, that's
because
good.
those are the
That's
ones
good.
that take you to that next level.
Yeah.
When you got the true people behind you supporting you.
Right.
For me, it would be, I need more time for my business. Yeah, I'm very family oriented. If you come around my family, you will see it's a love fest.
Right.
We have the longest goodbyes. We hug a lot. We kiss each other, and we have family reunions every single year.
Right.
We're just that close. So my thing is balancing out the time to spend with on my business. You know, I need another 2 or 3 hours in the day just to dedicate to that. And I find sometimes I fall behind in that, but I have gifts and talents and business and clients to take care of. So I have to make time for it.
Yeah.
So next month, make sure that you get Cheryl's magazine.
Okay.
I write an article on that.
Awesome. Okay.
So for me, I think if I could pick one area, it would be my girls, because I just want to make sure they're at crucial times. The youngest is going to middle school, the oldest is going to high school, and you know, they need individual attention as well as, you know, attention, you know, collectively as a family. So for me, I would just have a little more time in the day to spend that one-on-one time with them. There's sometimes where I need to take the oldest and we just go and bond. There's sometimes when I need to take the youngest and, you know, have her hang with me. So that's what it would be, because I got I'm being pulled in a lot of directions, and I just don't ever want that area to lack.
Go
You
down.
know?
There you go. Good stuff. Good
And
stuff.
for me, it's so funny because everybody know I talk about my chef. So a lot of things have happened in terms of me paying attention to them, and I meditate and pray a lot. The family and friends was one of mine that I used to suffer with, but in terms of my shifting, I'm good with that now. So I would have to say in the area of my love life, like just being straightforward and honest. Like I have friends, some closer than others, but I think like you have guards up, and you have, it's just in a space. So I'm still going through and getting through some stuff, but that piece of it makes me hard to totally connect fully with somebody. I was married for 25 years and like kind of like freedom, a little bit of freedom and that whole thing, but then wanting a steady person versus not engaging with sex. I'm talking about just in terms of
Just
going out.
Companionship.
That makes sense.
With me, the golden question that everyone asks me, why did I moved to North Carolina? And I did. I moved down to North Carolina because I need to put focus and attention. I need to read and I need to write my book.
Okay.
You know, and that's my way of being taken away. Because when I come up here, even this short period of time, I just moved down North Carolina in July. So I'm already doing my schedule every month to come up here. You know, spend a couple of weeks up here and then the rest of the month down there. And those days are full. Like I don't have time to do anything. So I'm glad again I was obedient to God. He said, I'm going to take you up out of there and I'm going to put you in a place, a quiet place, and you're going to do what I asked you to do. And that's where my immediate attention is going to go on to write my book, and it's coming. And I'm just like, I get excited just thinking about it.
We've been talking about this.
I know we talking about this book, Dreams.
I don't know,
like,
man.
What?
I don't know.
Every-
I'm writing your forward.
Right. Dream. But you know what surprises me? I can start a sentence and you end it. And I'm like, Dream, you remember that?
I remember all of it.
Dream can
All
write the
of
book,
it.
but
I can write it.
that's definitely something that needs my attention and demands my attention. And I can't get it. I can't get it. What I'm doing, the way I'm doing things, it's not gonna happen.
So we can do one more, and before we do that, Pam did chime in. I need to focus more on my business venture. Yes, because I think you did my event
Pam,
in
you got so much
November
in you.
2015
Yes.
in terms of event planning, and I walked in like, oh my God. Like, I'm gonna have to post some pictures of your work.
Yeah.
So what's the next and last one? Pick one.
Okay. The next and last one. Oh man, I gotta rush this.
Okay.
Or they might not come back.
Okay, if they don't give us the buzzer. But I was also listening to The Road to Misery. The Road to Misery. And I'm going to give some pointers and you all can add in what you all think of The Road to Misery.
All right.
One of them was a perfectionist. They said a perfectionist that you're on your way to misery. You'll be miserable every time.
I believe
because
that.
you never can get it right.
Never satisfied.
Always.
Y'all don't even know. My pastor preached about this this past Sunday. I'm gonna make sure I drop it in the feed. My sister was sitting beside me. Everybody know I used to be a perfectionist. I used to plan everything. Oh my God, he was stepping on my toes, my old toes. So it made me feel so relieved. Like when he was talking about these things, because you can't. You probably a perfectionist because you talked about no doing work. You can't see where you are when you in there. When I look back, I be like, that's crazy. Perfectionist is the number one.
Perfectionist is the number one.
I'm gonna make sure I drop that in the feed.
Okay, when you take everything personal.
Yeah,
you setting yourself up when everything is personal.
That's a good one.
When you're always right.
You can't
You're never wrong.
I used to be guilty of that. I used to be always right.
When you're always right.
I got to the point where I would be like, look, I'm tired of talking. She wrong. I know I'm right.
This one, when you compare yourself to others.
Never.
When you always compare yourself to others. Another one. Now, you were saying about the relationship thing, when you don't trust. When you don't trust anyone. Or you can't give your wholeheartedly. That's a struggle, but if you can't trust and you can't give your wholeheartedly, that's the road for misery.
So I'm open to trusting, but I do struggle with that giving my whole heart. I don't know if it's because I ain't ready yet, because I ain't playing around. I had my daughter when I was young, so I ain't play. So
let me see. I got that one, and then this last one, he had two more. I missed them, but that's fine. This is enough nuggets. The last one is when your goal is happiness and not joy.
Oh yeah.
When you just want to be happy, I want to be happy because that temporary happiness, and it's not the joy that it's supposed to be. So I mean, y'all can chime in on that. That's the girls' team for the day. Also, I wanted to wear this golden dress because I'm so happy and delighted to have spent this whole year. It's been a whole year that we've been on the set. And I'm just, we the last two standing. I mean, the ladies that we had on the set with us, I met good friends, good fellowship. They all still chiming in with us. And
you coming on the last one, right? The very last show. It's not your last one. You coming on the last one. We having a reunion.
We are having a reunion. I'ma try to make it. I just looked at my calendar and I was like,
well, just in
but
case,
anyway, this may be my last. Right. But we got things lined up for when you make your next move or whatever. But I just wanted to it's a love hurt thing. Because this was a part bittersweet. There you go. This was a part of my Thursday journey. Even though there were days, like today, I took a long nap. I jumped up. I was like, but I made it. I'm here. I pushed through. I had my good and bad days, but I just want to say this was an amazing journey for me. I learned how to come in front of the camera and don't be shy. I learned how to speak. I'm that laid back one. You might see me in here trying to jump in. Sometimes I may not make it in the rope, but I learned how to jump in the rope and join in with you ladies. And I mean, just like your panelists, every guest we had on our show brought very important information. It was just an amazing journey for me. So I'm just glad that I took up the opportunity when Dream asked me to be a co-host. It was out of my comfort zone, like you said. It was out of my comfort zone. I'm not used to being in front of the camera. I'm not used to But hey, I did it and I made it. So
it surprised me. I ain't even know like that was coming.
But I wore the yellow just to bring that brightness side of.
We were thinking of light.
Yeah. We look cute too. We gotta make sure we take pictures.
Absolutely.
So you got my sweet for me.
It's a rainbow.
Yes. So man, I can say so much about Trina. As you know, she's my personal friend. She's my sister. That's my girl. That's my 4-hour, 5-hour talking on the phone type of person. My old cheerleader coach. My warrior. My everything. So we can go on and on. I wasn't prepared for this. So we have our next 2 upcoming shows. That will actually mark our 1 year for the show. So we're trying to count it down into the next one and come out with a bang with the next one. So next week, we have men versus women. And And the great thing about it, there's this radio show, and I don't know if I got the name of it back. It's a group of 4 young men who has a show. She sent me so much information. I don't got all of that. But it's 4 men who have their own talk radio show. So they're going to come, and it's going to be 4 of us. So you know how we do the he said, she said. And those are like the bomb shows. We're going to expand it. That's going to be next week. And then for our finale, for the ending of the month of 1 year, we're having a reunion. So we're going to have Ida come back. We're going to have Tina come back. Bernie's going to come back. Wow. I don't know about Trina now. Trina's coming back, but that's going to be a phenomenal event, and it's going to be like, where are they now? Because everybody stepped out on faith, doing their whole thing, and I'm so proud of each and every person. And it was so funny how it started, because I was supposed to do the show by myself, and I got sick, where I dealt with all the death, woke up talking about God. I was like, God, oh my God, I need to fill out the information and give the information to the guy. And he was like, He gave me their names, their individual names, and I wrote it down and sent them an email like, hey, do you all want to do this? Sinead was online 2:00 in the morning or something. I said, that was my finance person right there. She responded immediately. So when I tell you, this show was orchestrated by God, and it has been a true blessing. So we are at the end of it. The husbands of Largo. No, it's not them, Pam. It's I'll tell y'all, because they already sent their pictures. Wow, so we're gonna be y'all gotta come correct too. So we're gonna be advertising. Y'all need to come back next. We're gonna be advertising it very soon. But make sure you chime into the next 2 shows, and you're gonna be seeing some reveals about what's coming next. Like the next full year. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So I'm excited. Yeah. Oh, they soon on the end. Don't forget your tickets. Sweatpants and what? Sweatpants and chill. Natasha Briscoe has put the information in. We will be doing media. Come on, y'all, get up. Y'all know what we do at the end of the show. And you 2 on the end, follow our leads. We're going to come together and we're going to say, let's do this. So, ladies, can we? And this might be Trina last time. Can we? Shall we? Let's